I want to thank Matt for the kind introduction. I'm very humbled to be considered for this award. And as I said in the video, I always enjoy the presentation to see all the amazing things my fellow farmers are doing. You can't help but be inspired by their stories and their passion. I want to thank my wife, Jackie, for being an amazing partner to share my life with and raise our family. And it sure takes a Google Calendar to make sure we all get to where we're supposed to be and everybody's gets done what they're supposed to do. And I just really appreciate all their support. I want to thank my parents, Louis and Jeanette, for being tremendous role models to follow and for giving me the opportunity to be a dairy farmer. I want to thank my dedicated employees at Mystic Valley who always make sure things run as smoothly as they can on a dairy farm. It allows me to maybe spend some time away from the farm supporting agriculture. I also want to thank my friends, especially Kijo, for being there when you have one of those you think it's easy kind of days, which seem to have a lot of them in 2020. I also think it's important to thank all the people I've served with on the committees and the boards. This award is just as much theirs as it is mine. I especially want to thank Linda White and Shelley Meyer for their early work on the Dairy Hub. I was going through some paperwork today and I actually found a document from 2017 when we were starting to put something like this together. So one of my favorite sayings is, it takes a village. For all of us in the dairy industry, or for all of us, it takes an industry to get things done. So why do we advocate? Why do we do it? I think one of the most important things is we all have the ability to control the image of dairy and agriculture. When you see that news story where the cows are dirty and things don't look very good, I think just as a message to our consumers that we don't want to send. And if you don't like what you see, you have to do something about it. Peter said on Tuesday, it takes more than one conversation to change a mind or change an opinion about the dairy industry. And it takes that conversation with one person at a time to help them understand our industry and how it's changed over the years. I think it's also important to be a trusted source. If the media has a question, be the one they call first. I'm proud to say that I have a very good relationship with the local media in Madison. They reach out to me if they need something, if they need information on a story, or they have some breaking news or something about agriculture they want to cover. And it's really important to answer the phone when they call, because you have the ability to control the story and let them know what you think is important for us in agriculture. I also think it's really important to walk 360 degrees around an issue. There's my phone call coming. To walk 360 degrees around an issue. Try and understand where the other people are coming from and try and maybe walk a mile in their shoes and see what they think. I think this new collaboration that DBA is undertaking with Clean Water and the Nature Conservancy is just that. It's working together to work on a common goal. I'm just going to give you one quick story about an experience I had recently advocating. It's when we were working on the Dairy Hub, and I testified at the Joint Finance Committee Roadshow in Janesville. This is like a year and a half now ago. So, of course, being the farmer that I am, with lots of things to do, you always try to do one more thing before you leave. So I got my stuff done that I need to get done, jumped in the car, drove to Janesville. When I got to Janesville, there were cars everywhere, and I thought, wow, this is interesting. And I soon discovered that you get to speak in the order of which when you arrived. And I was the number 300 person to sign in that day. So I sat and I listened to everybody explain why their cause is important. And it's very interesting. Like, there's a lot of needs and wants in the state of Wisconsin asking our government to help them. And finally my time came about 5 o'clock. I also found it very interesting that my senator, who was on the Joint Finance Committee, put his backpack on and left at 2 o'clock. So he wasn't even there but it actually worked out really, really good. And I was able to say, as I look around this room, it's a lot like dairy farming. There are a lot less of us every day, but we never quit till the job is done. And that's what I try to do. So thanks, DBA, for the recognition. I'm very humbled to receive it.